This one you can do on any string. We'll do it on the G string, okay? So, this is a power chord. You put first finger on the top string on the 3rd fret. So that's the 3rd fret. Always, you can use these dots to help you. Like that first dot is on the 3rd fret. That second dot is on the 5th fret. That 3rd dot is on the 7th fret. Okay? So we're going to go to the 3rd fret, and you're going to put that top finger on the top string, and you're going to get, alright, this is kind of trippy, watch. What you want to do is lay the finger flat on like as many strings as you can get it on, right? And then you get these 2 fingers, and you put, this one we're not going to use it, we're not going to use it at all. This one you're going to put down there, and this one you're going to put right on the string right above it. Now remember, curve your hand so you can get them just right. Put that finger there, put this finger here, forget about that finger, just put it anywhere like that, and then put that there. And then you put enough pressure so that, see how my finger, middle finger is just way up in the air? It's not, because we don't want it to touch anything. So, and now look, this is the best part about this chord. You can slide it over, so you slide it over to the other dot, just the way they are, and look at, but look at me do it. Look at me, watch, look. On the frets, so you're going to go from that one to this one, that fret to that. So you move your whole hand without moving your fingers. Remember the placing. Remember, this one doesn't touch anything. This one goes there. That one goes here under it, and that one stays on the top. But try not to curve your fingers like that, because that doesn't help. Okay, like that. Slide over to the next fret. 5. Okay? Alright. Let's go back to the other chords. This was an E. Remember, this one you can do with just 2 fingers. Over here. Over here. We're going to forget about that one. You can put this, watch, get all your fingers off. This finger right here on the top. And that finger right under it. But here, it's got to be on the same spot. So right there, and right over. And that's it. Get this other finger off. You only need 2 fingers for this. 1, 2. That's it. You don't put no more fingers. That's it. You just need 2 fingers. That's that E chord. Stay in the fret. Stay in the fret. Stay in the fret. There. Go ahead. Easiest chord in the whole world. Now we do the A, which goes right under with 3 fingers. So forget about that. Yeah, there you go, there you go. And now next finger on the next string, next finger on the next string. That's good. And you hit them. That's not going to help you. There you go. Go back down. 3 fingers. Okay. There you go. that finger's in the middle of a string. You gotta put it on the string. On the string. Alright. A little bit of pressure. There you go. Major 7, it's just a middle finger off. That string like that. There you go, A major 7. Okay, and now let's try that G that I showed you. Remember? So you and then up there. So get closer over here. That, and then that one in the bottom, way in the bottom string. Yeah. So you got those 3 chords for sure. You got the E and the A. But remember, those are on the 2nd fret. You don't work on the 3rd fret, you work on the 2nd fret. So there you go, those 2 there. But remember, put your fingers on the strings, not between the strings. If you put them between the strings, look, doesn't sound right. You gotta put it on the string. There you go, on the string. There you go, right there. You don't need that other finger. You don't need that last. There you go. With the 3 fingers on the same fret in this area, right there. There you go. That's the A. I'm trying to switch from that A to the G. That's the one that goes like that. There, a little higher. There you go. Eventually, I want you to be able to do this. If you keep on practicing those 3 chords, you're going to be able to do them one after the other. So you'll be able to make it like, go like. Already a song. See? You know enough chords to play a song already. So go ahead and do your G chord. That's it right there. Try to switch to one of the other ones I showed you. Over here, remember the other 2 are in between this fret. In between here, which means you're here, you have to be here.
2nd fret.
2nd fret. You don't need no finger to do that E. You just need 2 fingers, remember? That same fret, you just go down and use 3 strings. So then you go down and use 3 strings, which means 3 fingers. That one on that. Just like that. notice you're having the most trouble with is the C, which is very important chord. I'm going to show you the easier way to do a C, okay? Because I was showing you the more complicated way, which is like this. It just gives it a fuller sound if it's like that. But basically, you could just do it by going string, 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 and just do it like that. Still the same chord. The sound is full, but it's the same thing. So remember, everything is done on a certain spot.
Second fret, Phoenix.
Look at where you're at. So you're way off. So okay, let's start with this finger up here. Here. Now we put that finger there, and now we go to the last fret with the last finger and put it there. So get that finger back up here. Okay, there you go. You almost had it. You almost had it. Why did you move that? Don't move that. Leave it here on this string right here. You see that string? Yeah. Okay. And now you have to move this one up here. Only this one. Up there. So they're going kind of in a row. You see? That one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there. But you see, you can't have your hand all, I don't know, if you have that habit, it's gonna be a really bad habit for you. Pull up your sleeve. Pull up your sleeve. Pull it up. Yeah, pull it up. Okay, now let's try this again. Like this. Remember, we start at the 3rd fret with the first finger that's going to be this one is going to go up here. Up here. This one is going to go on the next fret, next string, and then downwards, like climbing a ladder, like going downstairs. See what I'm talking about though? Film this, so that he knows. Watch. Your wrist is going all the way up here. Your wrist is all the way like this. You will never ever be able to hit those strings right if you have your wrist like this. You have to have your wrist like this. Not here, but down like this.
This?
Yeah, there you go. Now you can actually put your fingers where they belong. Now, you got that right. You got to use your thumb for pressure. So the thumb goes in the back of the guitar. The wrist gets twisted so that you can hit the strings just right and they can come out. If you have your wrist like this, your fingers are all...
1 fret higher, Phoenix.
Yeah, up here. We're going to start on this first dot. You see that first dot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this first finger is going to go first. This finger, this is the one we're going to use first.
Mm-hmm.
So that finger is going to go on that string, on that first dot.
Mm-hmm.
And this finger is going to go on this string that's going right under it. So it's like going downstairs. And then the next one's going to go on the next one. Okay? Now if you need to move them a little bit more this way, that's fine. Just to be able to feel more comfortable. And then the next one goes on to the next string on the next fret. You're using 3 frets now and 3 strings. And they're going downstairs. You see 1, then lower, then lower. Let's actually get this one right there. Okay. And twist the wrist more that way. So your elbow needs to be twisted too. So twist your elbow. Try and get it out as far as you can. And put the fingers on there. That's the hardest chord to kind of do right now. And the other ones are just easy. Remember, 2 strings. These 2 strings. You can put these 2 strings here on the 2nd fret. Alright, There. Only 2 fingers, so 2 strings, 2 fingers. From here, he went from doing this to now being like this. See, the best thing is your knuckles were going in this direction, away, like going towards the guitar, and that's gonna make it really hard to put your fingers together in front. Yeah, that's what you want, to have them away, going away from the thing. Your knuckles away from it. Is down here with 3 strings on the same fret. So that was the E. That was the E we just finished doing that. So we're gonna go down to here. Here, and here. One under the other. One under the other. One under the other. One under the other. There you go. There's your A. Kind of starts to hurt at first, huh? But then you know what happens is, look at this.
Create a callus.
Watch this. If you feel these fingers, the tips, feel them? They feel smooth, like regular, because I'm not using them on the strings, right? So that's how yours feel smooth, because you've never played the guitar before. But look at this. Look at how rough the tip of those fingers feel. You see how rough they feel? That's what happens. Your hand starts to make the skin thicker here, so it doesn't hurt so much when you play. So the more you practice, the thicker it's going to get right here. It's going to feel harder, and that's going to make it easier for you so that it doesn't hurt so much. But that takes a lot of practice, so you got to practice all the time. E string. You got that one down. Very good. You got that one down for sure. Let's go to that G. So that one was like this, remember? So use the dots. I'm using my middle finger on the first dot. And the second one is right there. You got that one perfect. And then this one goes all the way to the bottom on that same fret. G. Got it. You might want to just move a little bit more this way just to make it easier for you. There you go, like that. There you go. Alrighty. This one and the A go together really good, so you can kind of go. I'm going to show you one more chord. This one's called the D chord, okay? Yeah, so this one is going to have these 2 fingers on this 2nd fret, and this middle finger, this ring finger is going to go right in between those 2 strings, and then you get a D. So now I'm going to show you how to do it. So it's on the 2nd fret, and it's all the last strings. This one goes there. You skip that string there so that you can put that finger right there, right in the middle. That's it. Don't hit the top ones, because the top ones don't really matter anymore. It's all bottom. But you gotta make sure you got your fingers positioned right. A little bit of pressure. All right, go ahead. There you go. Now you can even use that one. You can go up to here. from a G filming that way you can practice that at home.
Bring Mark home.
Hey, I like that idea. And so those are your basic string, your basic chords. This is a G. So
try it, Phoenix, with your G.
Okay. Remember, everything has to be on the right fret or it doesn't work. So there you go. There you go. You got it. Remember, tilt your wrist. Your wrist isn't tilted. That's why you're having a little trouble. Yeah. That was clearer. Now let's try that B. That B is very important. So that was way down here. So it was that string there. This finger went to this string down, way the last string, and then that one went right in the middle. But remember, when you're doing a D, you want to hit the lower strings more. All the way to the bottom. You want to go all the way to the bottom. But you gotta make sure that those fingers are on there right. There you go. Little pressure. So don't start from the top. You can start from like around right here. Yeah, but make sure you go all the way down to the last string. That's your D. And we'll try and practice that one a lot because it's a very important one. Later on you can even add your pinky to it and you can manipulate it like this. You can go like this later on. You can go. But that's a little later. Right now I just want you to feel comfortable doing that string, doing that chord. So you just keep on practicing that chord. And the main ones I want you to practice are this one and the G. And try and go back and forth on them. That E, which was the easiest one, back to the G, and then we go back down to that D, so you watch that video and you try and do those chords. And I guarantee you, it ain't going to take you long. You already know the chords. If you learn those 3 chords, you're already putting a song together. You know? You could even sing any words you want to it. Watch, think of something, anything. Of a cat? How about a cat?
Okay.
Alright, a cat. Look, you can turn those 3 chords into a song about a cat. And there was actually, you know how I thought about that? Because there was a cat like all sick in front of my door and I gave him some food and he felt a little better and he ran away.
That's nice.
Yeah. He just was all like, he just looked hungry and I just got out a little bowl of meat and I put it right there and he just smelled it for a little bit and he just slowly ate it and I was watching TV and I was just watching him and once he ate it, he just stood there for a little while and he just like kind of like snapped out of it and then he just kind of walked away and I was like, oh, that's good.
Better.
You know? So let's do it about the hungry cat, huh? We'll call it the Hungry Cat song. And so you can use those 3 chords to do it. Look. Poor little cat outside my door. Knew he was hungry, so I got him something more, so he can have it to eat. And he felt a lot better, 'cause it was a treat for him. And then he got up, and he felt better. And he got up, and he felt better. The little hungry cat was not hungry anymore, anymore, anymore. Poor little cat went away on that very day. Make a song with those 3 chords.
You wanna play around? Come on, give it a try.
Give it a try. Now you know some chords. Remember
Second part.
where everything belongs. All the chords I've shown you are either here or here, here or here. Now the G starts with the dot. The G starts with the dot with the middle finger. And then the next finger goes here. And then the last one, yeah, you had it. There you go. There's your G chord. Then the D, which was the one that was way in the bottom, was this finger down there, this one on the last string, and that one in the middle. Yeah, yeah. And then you want to get low, you want to go all the way to the bottom, so. To the G. Yep. And we do the easiest one of all. The easiest one of all. Which is, look at this finger doesn't even have to move. Well, just slide it over a little so you got some room, and then put the other finger right under it. So, remember how you had it right here to do a G? All you gotta do is move this finger down there. That's all you gotta do. Just move from here to down there. And then if you want to go back to the G, you leave this finger where it is, and then yep, you just move that one up and put that other one in the bottom. Way in the bottom. Way in the bottom. Pressure on there, that's what it's there. There you see. These are your basic chords. You practice those 3 chords. You watch the video. You practice those 3, and I'll show you more chords. Those are the 3 that I want you to learn for now. I don't want to put too many things in your head because it's going to be like too much to learn. So now you know 3 basic chords. You actually learned 4 because I showed you an A, but I don't want you to concentrate on that one right now. The main one I want you to concentrate on is the G, the B, and the E minor.
Finger on it. It's not just the strum, it's got to be both.
The most important thing is where you put your fingers, because that's what a chord is. Chords are very important. So right there, and way down there, remember that? Try that B again. Remember, the B is the one that's all the way in the bottom. It's still G, so let's go here and down here and right there. Forget about those top strings. Forget about those, because look, you don't even got any fingers on there. Your fingers are all down here. We're trying to make this. Yeah, about right there. But you gotta put these just right. You can't let this one cover. So you're trying to use your fingertips. You're trying to use your hand like this. You're not trying to use your hand like that, because then you're blocking other strings. You're trying to use the tips of your fingers. So, but you gotta position your fingers right. Remember, if they're not positioned right, then you're not doing the chord. This first finger goes up here. This one goes all the way to the bottom, and that one goes on that third string. Now try to tilt your hand so that you can not be putting your fingers on the same string twice. So every string gets to get hit. Alright. That you got to practice, and the more you practice them, the more you get used to it. It doesn't happen overnight, so you're not gonna be playing the way I was playing in one day, you know. But if you practice enough, you're gonna get them. Remember, this finger goes over here. There you go, and that finger goes in the bottom. That's your G. It's your G string. That one on this next fret, and that one all the way to the bottom on that same fret. Remember, try and keep that wrist tilted. You keep on going back like this. Keep it tilted. See, don't play like that. Play with your wrist like this. Makes it easier to put your fingertips. All the way to the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, like that. You can strum it faster. There you go. And that D, which is the harder one. See, don't block that other string. That's why I tell you play with your tips. So you put that tip there so you don't block that bottom string. Okay? That's your D. chords that you can play with now. Okay? Okay, we're trying to do the G. Remember that middle finger is the one that's going to go up there, and that one's going to go there. Like that, and that one's going to go way down there. Yeah. In the bottom, and this one in the middle. Yeah, in the middle of these two strings. Yeah, there you go. And let's not forget the easy chord. Which one's the easy one? This one up. There. Do that one. Which is in the 2nd fret. This is the 1st fret, this is the 2nd fret, this is the 3rd. So there you go. 2nd, but go down. There you go. Put them together. together in an order. And when you put them together, you do one for a little bit, and then you switch, and then you switch, and you switch. That's how you do songs. So you go from those chords and switch them and switch them and switch them. So you got to practice all three of them to the point where you can go from one chord to the next one without having a lot of trouble. You know? When you're going. And you're not having to go like this and this and this to get the next one. And then you have to go like that and like that and like that to hit the next one. That's why you practice, so that you won't have to do that. You can just go from one chord to the other real quick. Just get at. But that only comes with practice. That doesn't happen overnight. But if you practice and keep on practicing, I promise you, you will do it. But you gotta keep practicing. At least try and do 30 minutes a day. At least. But if you can do an hour a day, if you have an hour in the day to practice the guitar, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn real quick. So I want you to practice those 3 chords, and then I want to see how well you do next week. And if you do really good, then I'll show you another 3 chords. Sounds fair? Mm-hmm. Okay, now you got the camera to help you. So if you're like forgetting what they were, look at the video, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what he was showing me. That's what it was, and you'll learn those 3 chords again. So if you start to forget them, remember, your fingers have got to be where I showed you that they're supposed to be. They can't just be anywhere. You can't just put... Look at that sounds horrible. When you do a G chord, it's got to be on that 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret in the bottom. Then it sounds right. If you just do it anywhere, like over here, it sounds like that. Sound right. It's got to be exactly. These chords were invented hundreds of years ago by great guitar players who came down from the sky and were musical gods and came down and started playing. So I didn't invent these chords. They were created by the musical gods. So they got to be done exactly the way I showed you, because that's how they were made to be. A G is a G, a D is a D, and an E minor is an E minor. Watch. What did I just tell you? They gotta be done right on the right spot. Wasn't the G supposed to be on the first dot? There you go. Look at that last finger. It's not in the 3rd fret. There you go. B is on the 2nd fret with those 2 fingers on the 2nd fret. Look. 2nd fret. But look at where your fingers are. Your fingers aren't in the right place. This middle one has to be on the 3rd fret, and right in between the other 2. And they're the last 3 strings, the last 3. So you have to bring this down here, this one all the way to the bottom, and this one in the middle on the next fret. That's the D. Just takes practice. practice those three, and then we'll move on. Okay? So for today, that was your lesson. Those three chords. They're some of the most basic chords. Almost every song has at least one of those chords in it. Almost every song in the whole world. So, with that, now you got something to take home with you. And just keep practicing. So you can keep on practicing. Go ahead.